Here we are on beautiful Jones Street.
You saw Ted Jones.
What's up, guys? How's it going? First of all, I have to apologize. If you are an avid listener of the Ted Jones World podcast, you'll notice that the last 2 episodes have been out of focus. The freaking autofocus was off. But what's up, guys? Here we are starting this episode a little bit early because our guest today is late. I'm going down to Florida again, and this might be the last trip to Florida of this year. Now, if you guys don't know, I've been doing comedy down there. I'll go like a midweek trip, anywhere from like Sunday to Thursday, and then I'll run and do a bunch of shows down there. And people ask, Ted, like, how are the quality of the shows down there? And I do feel like since the shows that I'm doing are in the hotels, or they're like a speakeasy, or like, for example, like the show that I did last night, as you guys are listening to this, was at a private members club. It's not always genuinely set up for comedy, but as long as you're a comedian and you're doing whatever you got to do, it's fun. It's fine. You know, it just really depends on you up there. They say, this is actually interesting. What my old tennis coach said, I don't know if this is racist or not, but he said it's not the arrow, it's the Indian. You know, like when he was talking about tennis rackets, like people put so much pressure on, oh, I want this tennis racket, I want that tennis racket, but it really is the person behind the tennis racket than like the actual tennis racket itself. So I'd like to say that it's the same thing. As long as there's a mic stand and a microphone, you got to do what you got to do. Although the place that they did the show last time, because it's the second time we're doing it at this private club, they didn't have a spotlight. So hopefully the show last night had a spotlight, but I don't know. We're recording this like a week early. Guys, yes, I haven't had a solo episode here in like a couple months. So as you guys know, this is the Lantern Comedy Club. This is one of the most legendary comedy clubs in New York City. In the past, a lot of legendary comedians have even worked here, barked outside, and show ran, like what yours truly is doing here, guys. You guys see this freaking Saratoga sparkling water. I know I'm a little bit late. Like it was all over social media like 2 weeks ago, because one guy did his morning routine with Saratoga spring water bottles, which is insane. It's like a $15 facial in the morning, you know? By the way, yeah, I guess I'll tell you right now, I'm on hour 24 of a fast. I didn't really mean to fast really today. I kind of did. I just feel like I'm so much more sharp when I fast. I don't know how you guys feel when you fast or you don't eat for an extended period of time, but there is definitely like an hour and a half or like 3 hours during the day where you're like, oh, I could easily eat right now. But if I eat and I'm locked in on something and I'm editing, or I have to speak to you guys, or it just revolves around any sort of communication, I really don't like to eat right before. I just feel like more clear-minded and sharp when I haven't eaten. And I've said that before. And then Mario Bosco goes, well, you're not the sharpest tool in the shed to start with. And then to that, I say, shut up, Bosco. You know, like that was one of the episodes that was out of focus. I felt bad about that, you know, sometimes, because we at this current moment, we don't have that large of an operation. So sometimes some things go wrong, and I appreciate you guys sticking with me, okay? But that's the situation we got down here. But then, as you guys see, I guess I'll give you, you know what? As we're on the podcast, I'm going to give you guys a little bit I'm going to give you a little bit more of a tour. We're going to use some B-roll here. I'm going to use my iPhone, and then I'll show you the rest of this room down here. So when this place gets popping, look at that. There's our system right there. We got it all set up. Why is bada bing, bada boom at Jones World. As we get it set up down here and all the chairs are in place, you can hold like 50 people down here. And it's one of the better comedy rooms because of the low ceilings. And when you guys think about holding the laughs in, it makes sense to have the lower ceilings. The energy just like bounces off. Like a laugh will hit up there, boom, and then it'll go right back down. But yeah, here it is, the Lantern Comedy. This place has been here for like 20 years, and we're finally bringing it back, man. We're bringing the juice. But yeah, this is the space down here, and keeps it nice and quiet. Upstairs, there is another room, but this room, IMO, in my opinion, is better than the upstairs room. Because the upstairs room is nice, and it's cool, but it's just better for comedy down here. It just holds the laughs better. And it's most, if you guys have ever been to a comedy show, especially in New York, you'll notice that the better rooms are just in the basement, which is very interesting because like that's where the cheaper rent is, you know what I mean? So when you're talking about comedy and you're talking about keeping freaking rent down. That's what you got to do. Stay in the basement, man. We're approaching my 4th year anniversary here of the TED. Excuse me. We're approaching the 4th year that I've been doing Ted Jones World stuff full time. I'd say like May 15th is really the day where I told my pops, I was like, dude, you're a great guy and I appreciate everything you've done for me, but I'm no longer going to work for your company. And for those of you who don't know, I worked in real estate for 6.5 years. And then people tell me, well, no, Ted, you seem like you'd be good in real estate. But when they say that, they think that I was selling apartments, which is something that I was not doing. I was just a property manager and I was putting numbers on an Excel spreadsheet. And I thought that that's what I wanted to do. That's what I wanted to commit to. But eventually I was just like, all right, I can't do this anymore. I can't pretend anymore. And yesterday, okay, I guess this is interesting. Yesterday was the first day that I took off in 18 nights. And even still, last night, I went to a comedy show. I just wasn't on it. I did 18 days of stand-up comedy in a row. And I was feeling it. And it was even hard for me not to do stand-up comedy last night. You know what's so funny? Like, I'm working on this bit right now where people in offices, they'll see like some sort of bad weather outside and they'll call their boss and they'll be like, do we have to come in today? And then the boss will be like, yes, the office is open. And the people are like, oh, damn. But that's like the opposite in stand-up comedy. Comedians, like there could be a tsunami outside and comedians will call a producer of a show like, hey, is the show still happening tonight? And then if the producer's like, no, the show's not happening, there's bad weather, the comedian will be like, oh, damn, really wanted to do the show, wanted to do this joke. And the thing that people who are not comedy adjacent or people who work outside of comedy that might not understand is the amount of comedy that people will even do for free, not even do for money. Like people will go drive an hour and a half. And this is also not even in parts in New York City. Like people, I've talked to people like being in a place like Florida or being in a place like Chicago or Long Island. People will drive an hour and a half for a 6-minute comedy spot, a 6-minute set. Which is insane to think. Like, I don't think there's any other jobs in the world where somebody will drive an hour and a half to do 6 minutes of work. Isn't that crazy? You think about stand-up comedy in that way. And I feel like I love stand-up comedy too. That's why doing stand-up 18 days in a row and for me to take off the 19th day, it was a little bit tough for me. But, you know, eventually I was like, all right, I got to take a day off because otherwise you're not living. You know, you got to bring other stuff from outside comedy into comedy. So that's why I was like, all right, this is going to be the day that I take off. So I'm happy I did take off yesterday. New York City, now it's finally starting to get nice out. I do wish that this would be the type of weather that we would see during summer, like anywhere from like 65 to 80 degrees would be the hottest. Yes, it'd be more sunny, but the humidity in New York, that's when it really gets uncomfortable. And now the fact that it's middle of April, we're going to start feeling that, and it's, you know, it's not going to be ideal. But, you know, that's what you get for living in New York City. You go out, you go to different places, nicer places during the summer, hopefully, and that's also why, just going back to the beginning of the episode, it probably will be the last time that I go down to Florida. Maybe I'll go one time in May, but New York City is great for 4.5 months. We're talking weather-wise. And then the other, I guess we can say like, 6.5 months. It's not, it's not the best, but New York City is the best city ever. You guys can pull back to this podcast episode in years when maybe I spend an X amount of time in another place, but I'd say that New York City is the best for everything. New York City is the best for everything. Okay. That's just how I feel. All right. The vibrancy of the city. Yes, you get some few months that are insanely hot, insanely cold, but you got to deal with that. If you're living in other places in the country, tell me why you love that particular place in the country. Yeah, I know that grass is super important. New York City, if you're living in here for an extended period of time, you're not getting any love with that grass. You're not connecting with the earth. But still, I feel like the character that's built walking around in the city in the freezing cold is the same character that you'd potentially build if you were in a warm environment with your feet on the ground. Maybe that's just an insanely hot take. And there are also people in this world that live in 2025 but don't have the things that we have in New York, like a cell phone, a podcast recording capability. But I still do feel like, you know, this is the place to be. You got everything going on here, right? There's so much to do besides eating and drinking. You know, like you can go for a walk, you go out to some place and you do something that you'd otherwise not know that you're going to do. That's why also I feel like doing stand-up comedy sometimes in New York, maybe I've spoken about this on the podcast, I've definitely spoken with other comedians about this, is that you could be about to, like, there can be a group of 8 Ukrainian people walking by a comedy show. There can be a barker out front. A barker is someone who's saying, hey, come see this comedy show. Oh, what's up, dude? You've heard me talking the entire time? What? You've heard me talking to myself the whole time? I just heard you back there. I was like, he's going to think I'm... Oh, you thought I was with someone? Yeah, my man. Joni thinking I'm crazy back there, dude. He was working with the kegs back there. Well, Olga is now... How late is Olga right now? Olga is 32 minutes late, guys.
I will never be on time.
You're usually at least close to on time.
I'm sorry. I didn't get to see my friend May. May, we blame you.
We don't.
I really blame her child. He's very cute. He didn't want to leave and my hands are a little wet. He didn't want to leave the Dumbo house. Every time we'd push him, he'd make like a face, like he wants to stay.
What do you mean push? He's a trendy
like
baby.
To pull him, put him to the door.
He's like, I want the calamari.
And it's like he just wanted to hang out, and he was looking at everyone. He was having the best time.
So you're going to Florida tomorrow. I'm coming.
No, I'm not. Oh,
you'll
be there already.
Yeah. Today's Thursday next week.
Yeah. We had a show yesterday.
Yeah. I know. I'm telling him about it.
It was amazing.
Can we tell her that we need a spotlight yesterday?
I said that.
'Cause that's like a good part of my act. Is my face is.
Oh, your face. Oh.
You know, and people need to see my face. I think if we're doing stand-up comedy, and your face too. You got a solid face.
They just need my voice. No one wants to see my face. Nobody.
You can go up and wear one of those Kanye outfits.
It's worse when they see my face.
No, I disagree.
So that's gonna be fun.
Yeah, it was really fun actually.
And I'm gonna eat there this time. I've been craving that miso soup for.
Craving miso soup is insane.
I manifested that I'll be back there again because all I wanted to do was eat dinner miso there. Soup. That's insane. And I'm like, this will happen again. Yeah. And then it did.
But like, that's wild.
I'm good with it.
You crave miso soup. By the way, you know what I was...
the whole thing. It looked very good. Yeah, right. And you just ran out to some oily Mexican place.
It was
Not
good.
that there's anything wrong with the Mexicans.
No, it was good.
But
it wasn't Mexican. It was Barceloneta or something. It was good. Yeah, and how quick did they come out with the food? Bro.
I didn't even... I think I was like eating... they gave me something that wasn't kosher.
Yeah. There was like, it wasn't kosher? Is that why you were mad? It was like cheese or something.
I don't eat that.
Wait, what was I about to say? Fuck, no, I forgot.
So that's the thing.
But it was nice. There was some people that were there. It was good.
They're coming after Eric with friends.
Yeah.
Well, your dad's also Eric, but this guy, Eric.
Yeah. He's always trying to come. My dad, he's always trying to see me do stand-up, which is nice. Is he not coming? No, I'm sure he is.
Does he need to be on a list? Did you need that last time? No. He should come with his friends.
Even though it's a private club. One of his friends that happens to be your boyfriend?
No. He texted me. He's back in the city. He wants to know when I'm doing any funny shows.
Do you have a boyfriend these days?
No, I don't have anybody. It's horrible.
You have nobody on your roster?
Zero.
You always have a lot of guys on your roster.
No, I have nothing.
No?
I'm trying to there's a lot of things I have to get out of my life of toxicities and be normal in my brain so I could be ready for someone healthy. You're not ready.
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, you know what? I think that is good. You should go in the sauna. You should go in the sauna and then the cold plunge and then the sauna again.
I could do the sauna. Well, you can't. You're a boy.
Why? We can't do it together.
I was going to say you could come in Florida at the Soho House that they have.
Yeah, but it's separate.
But we could just do it separate and then meet each other back in the lobby. Be like, how is your sauna?
What's the longest sauna you've done? Or cold plunge?
Never a cold plunge.
Never?
I never tried it. Should I try it?
You're going to freak out.
Does it hurt?
I mean, yes. I'm knowing you're going to freak out.
Can't even go in a cold pool.
Yeah, I know. You can't even go in a cold shower. Fuck. Let alone go tarps off on the West Side Highway.
When they didn't have heat in my apartment.
Oh, yeah. I remember that.
I took a cold shower.
Yeah.
For 2 minutes.
That's impressive. Minute, right? That's good.
And then you
probably felt good after.
Well, not really, because the rest of the apartment was freezing. Yeah. And there was I was like, I can't wait to get on the Long Island Railroad for some heat.
Yeah, that's funny. So right now, I told them I'm on hour 24 hours of the fast. That's why
my
I'm so
God.
sharp right now.
You're not eating?
No, right now. I thought about eating
And
today,
I'm
but I
on
was
2
working.
Cabernets.
Yeah, I know. I could tell you. I
Me
can
and the
tell
baby, we like to get drunk together.
The baby's drinking.
No, but he had his bottle.
You had a bottle. You put a little Cabernet in
Me
it.
and
Have
May
you
had
actually
ours.
heard that some parents will have the baby before they go to sleep, just like lick the top of a beer bottle or something like that?
No, I never heard
Yeah,
that.
I've heard of that.
Really?
Yeah, I think it's like it might make sense just to help the kid go to sleep a little bit.
Wow.
That would,
I
you
mean,
know
it
what?
does, but
that what I think is going to be the most difficult thing for when I'm a parent.
for the kid to sleep?
Yeah. Like the
You-
lack
well,
of sleep,
you'll have to get
going from
like
like
a-
10
a
hours to
nanny or
5 hours.
something.
Yeah. But then I'll feel bad.
So Michelle Fox, you know her.
Yeah.
So she told me, this is what like freaked
Can I
me
keep
out.
this in?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because it was there. Because she's like, it was hard. She's like, when I had a kid, it was so hard because I wouldn't leave my kid with anyone. Like even if she had a nanny or no, and she's like, I would just really only trust my mother or me. And she's like, it's like, imagine if you leave like your eyeballs with a random stranger. Like she's like, that's how delicate these things.
Yeah. Oh my God. We didn't know if you were going to make
I
it today.
told you. I was.
How are you? How are you? I see it.
Now,
What's up, buddy?
Now both your guests are here.
We have
Shouldn't get bored, no?
we have tickets for the 8th and the 10th, bro.
No way, huh?
So get pumped, bro.
Great, Olga, you look fabulous.
No, wait.
That's
You
it?
always say that.
Do you know who's barking at 7?
Julian's working right now.
Great.
I have a picture of my nephew, and he looks like you.
Can we pop it up right now?
Should I show it?
Yeah, pop it up on the screen.
Here. You'll tell me what you think.
No, but you know what? That actually does make sense if you. But at
No,
the
so
same time,
meaning she's like, imagine you're like, here are my eyeballs. Watch
Take
it
care of
from
them.
8 to this. And she's like, that's how you feel when
Right.
you're like, take care of my most precious thing in the whole entire world.
that's why that sounds terrifying.
Yeah, and she's like, that's why it's like really hard to. He doesn't look like, but you could see how it could like.
Oh yeah,
Yeah?
totally. So that was Luca who just walked in. He's been on the pod many times. A few times you guys have seen him.
Maybe
That's-
my-
Wait, is it okay that I'm showing him or no?
Yeah,
sure.
Claudia. Yeah, it's fine.
Is it okay?
Yeah, she'll be fine. She doesn't watch anything I do. But do you see what I'm saying?
With the hair.
Yeah, like and the face.
Style. But that's what I'm saying is
Yeah.
that taking care of a child, sleep has to be the number one thing that is gone.
Oh yeah, May told me that she sleeps in the room, and every 3 hours she has to feed him, change him, and
Oh my gosh.
yeah, that's what she said.
But does her husband do like much?
yeah, but now the night
Not as
nurse
much.
isn't there anymore, and
Yeah.
he has.
See, when I
like,
have a kid, I would like to obviously be at the point that a nanny is a possibility, which I would ensure. But at the same time, like I can't sleep my usual 9 to 10
like,
hours.
I have to get a nanny
You know
because
what I
I
mean?
would never trust my
No, not
child
that.
with my 18-year-old wife. Right?
Well, that's not what I meant. But
yes.
I meant that.
How could I ever?
I would. I want to sleep. I still now, if I get like 7 hours of sleep, I'm like, ugh, I don't feel great.
Yeah, like we had to wake up for Jeremy's thing.
Are we talking about this? Should I believe the name?
Should I just like shit on
Yeah,
everybody?
you should. Yeah, I think you've had a couple of Cabernets. This is like Olga
If you
regular.
gave me
This is
one
like
more, I'd be like, oh my God.
this is just like
But
hanging out at the
Luca,
bar
oh my
with you
God,
anyway.
Luca told me his mom likes me. Shout
Yeah, I
out to
know.
Luca's mom.
She sometimes listens.
But then if she goes and listens to this and then sees my nephew and then she goes, that doesn't look like my baby
that doesn't
boy.
look like my boy. Well, Olga, I mean, Luca told me you and him are exclusive pretty much now.
Only exclusive in going for matcha and hanging out with
He
his-
drinks matcha? No.
For me, he does.
For you, he does. That's right.
He pretends to like it.
Right. He's a true gentleman. Would he convert to Judaism for you? That would be
I wonder why he
wild.
never drinks it when we
Yeah,
get it.
that would be wild if he did that.
You think he will?
Yeah.
His name.
He's very
His name
impressionable.
would be like. What was it? What would what would
Luca
the
Namer?
Hebrew? No, the Hebrew name of Luca is Levi?
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 Levi.
In Hebrew, I'm saying.
Oh, by the way, you were
Leclerc.
totally right when we were talking about Passover today. Today is Thursday,
Saturday,
next week.
right?
Yeah, you're right. So Friday I can do shows, right?
Yes. Me too. I'm like, me too.
Friday
I
can do
don't
shows.
have any,
But
but
you're
I
gonna be in Florida,
can.
theoretically,
No, I'm
yeah.
arriving on
If somebody
Friday
was
back.
nice enough to give you a spot somewhere, you did.
Help me,
And it was in New
please.
York City.
But I did, yeah.
So you love this room down here. In the beginning, we were showing the
Oh, it was
B-roll.
amazing.
It's amazing down here. It's great that we get to do the podcast down here. I do truly feel blessed. And then you and I were just like hanging out here, sitting, shooting the shiz.
And there's
they
no more
say.
dog hair.
Yeah, there's no more dog down here, but stay tuned. The owner might bring his dog down here.
But maybe
No,
those
this
pants
end.
were just really staticky.
They were staticky.
So-
I think
no, but
your
then
top was staticky too.
No, it wasn't. It was the
just the
pants.
pants?
But then I washed them and it went away.
Well, it makes sense.
And then
when
I
you
was
wash 'em.
I think when they came from the website, wherever I got it, the website.
Oh, Sheen.
No, Shop Up.
Is that like Sheen?
Shop Up. No, it's expensive. Shop Up.
You shop a lot, and I don't shop ever. We need to like mix. We need to average it out. So I shop some, and you shop
But you
some.
actually have clothes to wear, and I have nothing.
What?
I have no clothes.
You have literally 30 pairs of jeans that you need to get rid of.
I did. I got
You
rid
got
of
rid of
at
them? Where'd you put them?
least. They're in my corner in the garbage, but
garbage
not
bag?
because I'm not because I'm not. It's just like I'm waiting to get an abundant amount, and then I'm gonna.
How many pairs of jeans do you have in that bag? Like 10?
At least.
Yeah.
At least.
Where do you want to give them? Like Buffalo Exchange, or you want
I
to
was
give it to?
going to give them to Goodwill.
You should, yeah. But where is it? Is there a good
And then
one
I
close
tried
you?
to throw out tops.
Yeah.
So many t-shirts
I
and
know.
sweatshirts. And then even just now, someone's like, could I give you a sweatshirt? Like it's their
No.
merch. And I'm like, I'm literally getting rid of this.
Yeah, and you're gonna wear
Even
the merch.
I was
no
like,
offense,
even though
like
I love
twice.
it,
Yeah.
but like I can't, I don't have room.
Yeah. That's sometimes how I feel. Like I'll see an item, I'll be like, oh well, I could wear that, but I literally only wear.
It's like when you wanted to
blank
give me a
shirts.
Ted Jones shirt. I was like, I cannot. That's my way of hinting I want one.
You got to sleep over, and then you'll get one.
I give you. I use your pen.
You know what it is?
I use your pen.
Everybody uses those pens.
It's so
Not
good.
the weed pen. regular
No,
pen.
the
Yeah, it's a good
Ted
pen.
Jones World pen.
Yeah, it's a good pen.
It's very reliable. It always has ink in it.
I went to Harvard and I got 2 Harvard pens.
Really?
Yeah, so people now think I go to Harvard.
Harvard.
I think it's not that unbelievable if I told people I went to Harvard. I speak well.
I think you.
And if I don't eat, especially and I'm
I
sharp.
thought you did go
and
to
I'm
Harvard. Wait, so you're on a 24-hour fast?
Yeah, it's light work. I also am shooting like a shirtless video while I'm in Florida, so I gotta look a little cut. You know what it is?
Yeah, but Ted,
What?
who do you think could go longer? You not eating or me not drinking?
That's hilarious. That's a good question. I don't
Me
know.
not drinking.
No, I don't know.
Yeah, you do.
Because I could do 30
But
days
actually,
no
if you
eating,
bring
but I
me
would
to-
die. You know what I would.
Could do 30.
No,
You know the
I don't wanna
hostages in
even say that.
Hamas, they told them that they could live on a piece of bread for 5 years. A piece of bread and that little water, that can be you. You're ready to be a hostage. You are.
I don't think-
They'll be
I
like,
don't think you should
we're
say
not
that."
feeding you. And you're like, good, I've done this already.
Like, good, do I look
Been there,
ripped?
done this.
But I think like legitimately, if there was a check or a bag or a movie role or something that would offer me a lot of money for it,
You'd
I
do
could.
it.
Yeah, I could easily. Not easily, but I would do it.
Do you
the
take
role.
Ozempic?
No.
Don't lie to me.
What the fuck?
He's on Manjaro.
Manjuvi.
Bonjour. Are you?
Am I on Ozempic? No.
And you just don't eat.
Look at my face. Wouldn't it be a little
He has
bit? Or maybe,
Ozempic-
yeah,
Ozempic face.
No, I just don't eat. sometimes 'cause
Ozempic
I feel
face only
sharper.
happens because you're losing weight.
Okay.
Meaning that's why the face sags, because it goes
Right.
from there.
Yeah.
Like
If you gained 10 pounds, you would probably take it.
if I gain 10 pounds,
What would you do? You could actually gain 10
I'd
pounds. That would be
literally
fun for
kill
you.
myself.
What? That'll be fun for you.
I already
to
gained 10 pounds.
Since when?
Did you ever see me when I
When
was
you were
little?
18? Oh my God, yes.
saw?
You literally need
How do
5
you know?
cheeseburgers.
You saw it?
It's like last time 2 times ago we did a podcast. You were like 18 and I was like,
It's
she could get it.
It's
but
my
she
memory.
needed to gain weight.
It's my whole. I was like, remember when I was
When we
thin?
did that, we were on at my dad's office, that podcast episode. We've done it the
me and
most
my
occasions, by
sisters-
the way, out of anyone.
Really?
Yeah.
Last
It's our
night we were all
third
talking
location.
about me and my
Or 4th.
cousins and sisters. We were all talking about like how because they said if someone says she has a nice figure, like a figure, like we said, my cousin thought it was like more like pro like positive body positivity.
Yeah.
When you say figure,
Yeah.
not body.
Yeah.
But then like other half of the cousins were like, if someone told me I have a nice figure, I'd think like they thought I was fat.
Right. Like curves.
Yeah. Like why are they saying that?
Mm-hmm.
She has a good shape. And then they'd be like, fuck
Yeah, right. Interesting.
you. So like, and then we said, obviously I have a joke about this, but we all did agree that the worst compliment ever, it's not a compliment, is when someone's like, you look healthy. You look healthy. You look,
I guess so.
You know?
That implies that you're a little bit
It's like,
chunky.
go fuck yourself. Someone told me that.
That you look healthy?
Yes.
But in the past, you have been very skinny. So maybe that is a compliment for you.
No.
Can we
it's
pop up the picture
terrible.
right here where you actually don't look healthy?
I always looked healthy.
No. When you were 18,
Yeah.
you could still receive, but you still are like,
I was always healthy.
thin.
I didn't like that. It
When
was
you were
like
18,
terrible.
you were like-
When someone said you look healthy, I really that was like because
Yeah, it implies that previously you weren't healthy.
and
which
I did.
understand.
I was married, and then I was very thin. I was thin before I got married. Then I was thin while I was married. Then when I got divorced
you were 18
and moved
when you got
home,
married?
I wasn't
Would you have-
moving.
would
a
you have
lot.
gotten
I
married
lived
at-
in Brooklyn. I was sitting on my couch.
Would you have gotten married at like 16?
Would I have?
Yeah.
I mean, I wanted to graduate.
High school?
Yeah. I didn't really want, I wasn't going to get married at 16, but I would have got married at no, not 16. I didn't start really actually dating until I was 16.
Yeah.
I dated so many people when I was
you were
16.
a little promiscuous?
No, everybody liked me.
What was
at
your body
16.
count
Then
by
I was
18?
done. No, I didn't hook up with anyone.
Oh.
I was like
So you had, like, a
not
light
at
body
all
count.
a whore. At all.
I'm not saying you were a whore. I was just asking your body count.
I only
many-
kissed my ex-husband. That's it.
Is that why men like younger women?
Because
The
they're
body count's low.
and they're virgins. You
Yeah.
tell me why.
No, I don't know. I'm asking you. I don't
You
know.
tell me.
I have no idea.
You know why.
I'm asking you.
Why do you like young women?
How do you know I like young women?
You always
You know
say
it's you know what's insane?
that. You've seen this,
You know-
but this isn't even me that thin, but this is one picture.
That's wild. You honestly look pretty talented here. I'll tell you that.
I was very talented.
Can I take? I want to screenshot.
I love how you're like, what am I now?
What?
Are you gonna like jerk off to old pictures of me?
Can you imagine? Yeah, send me all the. You look super cute here. Actually, you look actually thin. You need a few vegan cheeseburgers.
Let me see. Which one?
the
That
one
one?
that you just showed me. You need a
There's a
few
lot.
vegan cheeseburgers.
I'll show you when I just got divorced. Hold on.
Yeah, that was the one that I wanted to see.
This one?
But the one in the white dress, yeah, I think you look good. I'm just sending
Which
it to
white
us.
dress?
Yeah, the one you just sent me. Can you send it so they can see it too?
And I still
Oh, it's
have
like
it.
that blue and white gold. You guys know what I'm talking about? Blue and black dress and the white gold, where it's like you can't see either color. I'm telling them they probably get it. You don't know what I'm talking about.
Oh yes, I do know
Yeah,
what you're
what
talking
the hell?
about.
What is up with
I
that?
always
thing?
have it like
I think I always see the blue and
the
black.
blue and the black.
Yeah, and it's
I-
so clearly blue and black, and the people are like, oh, no, it's white and gold.
I feel like all the people who are saying they see white and gold are fucking with us.
Yeah, I don't know.
There's no way.
But it's also like the way that we see things, people really never know how you see it. Like, I don't know how
I
you see
know.
this room, and you don't know how I'm seeing it.
That is true.
You know, like I could see it completely different. And it's also because of like the interior design part, like the feng shui. Like, I'm like, all right, well, those
Well,
are
what color? Like obviously the couches are green.
No. They're
Yeah,
blue,
they are.
They're blue and white. They're green? See, like,
Hunter
that's
green.
insane. Hunter green? No. Hunter green is like very green.
Hunter green and hot pink.
What?
You don't see that?
No.
That's hot pink. I'm joking.
Okay, I was just freaking out.
Imagine
Yeah.
how long I could
I was
go with
freaking
that.
out.
No, this is for real, but that is like
Wait,
beige,
we
black
got
and
off
beige.
topic.
We were talking about the dresses and all that shit.
Yeah.
All that.
And also, okay. So one time I made this joke about
Tell me.
younger women at an open mic, and this girl who does the open mic sometime told another girl who was up at the bar, like, "Oh, Ted likes younger women. You should go for him." I made one joke in an open mic.
No, you make it all the time. But you know what's weird though? Because
Above
like
20.
if I
He
could
is
be
out.
like, I love old men. Like
Yeah.
I could do that as much as I want.
Sure.
And everyone's like, okay, whatever.
right,
but if an
right.
old man's like, I love young girls, they'd be like,
Yeah. You
freak
can't. They say freak
weirdo.
weirdo. Yeah.
I don't think it's that weird.
I
you?
told my sister that I was kind of seeing someone who was younger.
How much younger though? It's not that younger.
Than me?
Yeah, 10 years.
I don't feel like saying it on the pod right now.
20,
Around.
21 years.
I mean, she's in her earlier 20s,
Okay.
theoretically, or somebody
And you're in
who I
your
would be
30s.
with is in their younger-ish 20s. And I'm in my 30s, yeah. I'm in my early 30s, okay? 33 and almost a half
That's good.
in May.
Okay. How old's your sister?
I have two younger sisters. One is like almost 30 and one's 27.
And you're the oldest?
You didn't know I was the oldest brother?
I didn't know.
You didn't know?
No.
Did you ever even ask me?
I don't think I care. No, I'm kidding. I'm joking.
No,
That
you
was
don't.
joke.
That's insane. That
I
you haven't
did.
asked me.
I just
well,
assumed.
I actually don't know.
The
that.
only reason why I assumed that is
What?
because you're older-ish, not old, but older-ish, and your dad's not that old. So I assumed
dude, I was
that
the
you're
oldest.
the oldest.
Yeah.
You
and
know what I
you
mean?
were the middle?
I'm the middle. I am the middle. I know.
As you
it.
could probably tell.
I'm in this like, it's weird. Like my niece, she used to be obviously a baby, but now she's like an adult, and it's like I feel like we're the same age. Does that make sense? Because I think I'm still 18.
Yeah.
And it's
Well,
like-
I don't feel 18. I do feel like I'm like 26 or 27.
I feel okay. I can't say that I feel in my 20s because when I was in my 20s, I felt like I was the oldest person on the planet
Why?
because I was like, I still was in
Right, like everybody around you was
my
still married.
community and everyone
having
got
kids.
married,
Yeah,
and I
right,
was
right,
like,
right.
oh my God. And I felt
Do you
like
want to have kids? Have I asked you this?
I would want to, but
Like soon? Like tomorrow?
I
if
would
the
have
opportunity
to.
comes?
But that's the thing is like,
Can't you like freeze your
I
eggs?
didn't. I don't want to freeze.
Why?
I don't like it.
Why?
I don't know.
Just put it in the fridge.
In the freezer?
Yeah, put it in the freezer. And then if you
I
don't
just
want them, you can
don't-
just eat them.
Ew.
Aren't they eggs?
No. I just don't. I don't know. I just don't want to go through that. I guess I don't know. But maybe I should. I say that every year. I just don't do it. It's very traumatizing.
Why? Is
Oh,
it?
You have to give yourself shots every day.
For how long?
I don't know. A month?
That's not that bad.
We're recording a podcast.
Yeah, who's texting you?
Michelle
Your boyfriend?
Fox. Michelle Fox.
Speaking of kids, that's crazy. Maybe that was a sign
Wow.
that you should have kids.
When she texted?
Well, yeah, because we were just talking about her and her saying that having kids, giving your eyeballs to someone. Remember?
Oh, that's true.
That was such a sign. Come
Maybe
on.
that. Oh my God, it's Mario.
Mario Bosco. What's up,
Scared
buddy?
me. I was like, what is this shadow?
What's up, kid? Look who it is. Come on in here, show your face. The other famous
How you
podcast
doing?
guest. What do you mean no? You got to come show your face. What's up? I didn't know you were going to be here tonight.
Chill.
I didn't know you were going to be here tonight. You hanging?
The other night off because I was running.
What happened?
Exhausted.
He's exhausted.
Running
Been
ragged.
around. Nice.
Fuck yeah, kid.
Oh my God,
What's
come
up,
in
Josh?
here. He
What's
has
up?
to-
We got a whole party.
Oh no, I thought it was for.
What's up?
Hi. I thought it was Jim.
You got to change the Guinness?
Oh.
All right, do what you got to do, bro. We got the bartender down here. We got a full house now. Mario Bosco in the corner. What were we just talking about? Yeah, after talking about all that and having a kid, now might be time to freeze
No,
the eggs.
I think it actually showed me is like, are you ever willing to leave your eyeballs with a stranger? I
Yeah.
would never. I would never. I would never let anyone. I wouldn't trust anyone with that.
Well, but I think if somebody does it for their job, you have to trust them. Otherwise, if somebody watches kids full times,
I guess if you're telling me like I go to ophthalmologist and he's cutting my eyeball, I am.
you're trusting them.
I am trusting him.
Do you wear contacts? Have we talked about that?
No, I don't wear any.
Yeah, I do.
I can't.
But I don't know if
see.
I would. I don't know if I would ever get. I don't know if I would ever get LASIK surgery.
Thank God, no. I was born cross-eyed. Shut up. Do you want to see a picture of me?
Yes. Born cross-eyed. How did they fix it? They
Got surgery.
Stop.
I love how you left. Yeah, I was born cross-eyed.
Yeah.
You didn't know?
No. Can you show me? I didn't know. No, you've never mentioned that.
I was
maybe I've
so
never asked. I don't
ugly.
really ask
I
people
was
that.
so ugly.
Well, you turned into a nice, talented.
Well,
young
not
woman.
really.
Well, the 18-year-old picture that I showed, you did look cute.
It's really ugly.
I'm gonna show them.
You're gonna be traumatized.
You have a picture from birth. Oh my God, you're so cute.
No, stop.
Yeah, you're actually cute. Wait, I've seen this photo, I think.
So bad.
Glasses on.
I know, and then I got the surgery.
Wait, this is actually cute.
No.
You're not cross-eyed?
No, with the glasses was like, and then
Oh, that's cute.
and then I got rid of the glasses because we got the
that's not-
surgery.
I thought you were straight up cross-eyed. That's
no,
not cross-eyed.
do you see my lipstick? I had to do it by myself, and it's all out of place.
Oh, that's cute. But how old are you there? 4?
I guess I
Doing
was
your own
four.
lipstick, preparing yourself for a young, old Jewish woman.
No, I got rid of the glasses. This is when I was in my prime. I got rid of the glasses.
You look very different there.
Wow. It was like a year later, I guess, right? Here. My glasses were gone. I was sprouting around
Very cute.
like a whore all over Brooklyn. Exactly.
You lived on Ocean Parkway?
Yep. Ocean Parkway.
I know about Ocean Parkway.
Did I ever show you
ways.
the video of my dad? When look at my father, I'm on the microphone, I'm loving it, and he pulled it out of my arms. It's at my brother's bar mitzvah. He was making me give it to him.
You giving it to your dad?
He took it away from me. He's
Yeah.
like, "You're not allowed to be on the microphone."
And then look at you now. Look at you now
That's
on
why
Pat
I'm
Jones'
obsessed.
World.
That's why I'm
You should have
obsessed.
given the microphone.
Exactly.
Do any of your other sisters do stand-up comedy?
No,
that was a
but
joke.
last
That was
night I was
no
at
question.
dinner
Yeah.
with my cousins. I said that. And they all, like, at the end of the night, they're all like, everyone's like, who's the funniest namer? And then they all, like, were like, my cousins were like, well, Olga is the least funniest. I was like, what? They're like, you were like, so not funny. Like there's a whole list of people, and then
I
they
think you
said,
told me, though,
they
that you
said
weren't that
first
funny.
Abraham, my brother. They said first he's not funny. Menem and Abraham. Max, my brother, apparently is hilarious. I've never heard him speak.
Your brother?
Well,
Bosco, do you want to come in here?
yeah, well, it's awkward if you're not.
I've seen Abraham perform, right?
Oh my God, yes.
No way, really?
He lost. He lost his. He lost.
He lost the bet,
Yeah,
and he had
lost
to
the bet. I
perform.
forgot. Yeah,
And I said he did really well. I didn't think he did bad.
he did all my jokes.
Yeah, you gave it to him.
I said, he's like, what am I gonna do? I was like, just say these jokes about
What,
mom.
you were
and-
talking about the BJs and stuff?
No,
and
I
he
told
took
him
them?
about.
He was like, so I was
No,
blowing
he
this
did it.
guy.
No,
I was lifting the furniture and it was too heavy. You could do it.
no, yeah, God forbid that. But he was just saying these jokes about my mother had 6 kids. She'd hit one a day. The 7th day she rested.
Stop. That's literally your bit.
Yeah, I gave it to him because he lost his football thing.
Yeah. Oh, so he
The
did an open
fantasy,
mic?
and it was at the Stress Factory, and then
what?
Yeah, they had like these. It was like it's like an open mic show. They have it on Wednesdays. I don't know if they still have
And
it.
you went all the way out there? I don't get it.
Well, my brother's friends were like, we have him doing this show. And then I was like, okay, well, I have to be there. I have to watch him.
When
you
was
know, this was last year.
We all got up. Me, you.
Yeah. And then he does, so he's like, so first of all, his friend also lost. And the friend was doing straight up Sebastian Maniscalco, like every bit. Legit. And I went to Chipotle back and forth. And then his time wasn't up. And then he goes, "You want me to do more? I have more." So I was in the airport, and he starts doing Sebastian's airport, everything, like all
Were people
bits.
laughing?
I think my brother was funnier
Yeah.
because not that the friend wasn't funny, but everyone was like, he's doing Sebastian's bit. But it was funny that he's doing the bit.
Yeah.
But now Abraham went up. He did 2.5 minutes. He's supposed to be there for like 5.
Right.
And he did all like the jokes about my mother. Then I did something about, I gave him a joke he did repeat some jokes I wrote for him and it worked. But then he like chickened out and ran
How old
off.
is he? He's the younger brother? or-
27 now.
Oh, he's young.
He has a kid.
He has a kid? How old?
2.
What's your favorite part about Florida? Now that everyone listening to this, we just went to Florida. We're back.
It was
What's
the
your favorite
miso
part
soup.
about Florida?
The miso
That's
soup.
insane.
The miso
Do you ever go to
soup.
the beach?
I'm gonna go. We'll go to this. We went to the Soho House,
Did we?
the beach.
Maybe we
and,
did.
And he was
What day
checking
did we
out
go?
talent.
All right, now you're talking. What day did we go? Because today is
I
Thursday.
think we went on Monday right when I landed.
Monday, right when we landed.
And
After I
then
went
Tuesday,
tarps off, got a nice
We go
tan.
Tuesday, then Wednesday. We go every day.
Hey,
all the
what's
day.
up, dude? What's up? Todo bien?
Thursday, Friday, every day.
No, I don't think we went every day.
Wow.
It's too far.
How's it?
And
Where's
you're
your dad?
He's south of 5th Street.
Is
So
that
like
that's
30
like
minutes
40
from Soho.
blocks away from
Yeah,
Soho?
but 40 blocks in Miami
And
is
how
like
far
double.
from Brickell?
It's probably like half an hour car. So we'll
I
go that
never
long.
stay in Brickell, but now obviously I've been,
Yeah.
and it's nice, but it's so scary.
Why is it scary? It's like
The
young
building, no,
yeah,
the
but there are a lot of
building.
young people there.
Yeah, but the buildings, like being so high up on the balcony, it
Yeah.
scares the shit out of me. It really
yeah,
is
and
so
on a high
high.
floor.
I don't think Miami, like they don't have high buildings like Brickell does.
Yes,
Brickell,
they do.
That high.
Well, it depends on where you are in Miami. but
Brickell's
yeah.
like the buildings move.
Sure. Well, they need to because they have to be like tornado and windproof. You know, because the winds.
And
can
then I
be
look
so
over,
insane
I
down
like
there.
shake.
Yeah,
That's
you
it.
shouldn't be
Why are the
doing that.
balconies like they're up to here?
This
That's
should
not
be higher.
high enough.
I know. Like anytime I go out on one of those balconies, I get a little bit spooked.
I
too.
do.
If
I get
look over the
beyond
edge, I'm like,
spooked. And then Bill on his balcony. So he loves golf. So he'll play golf, and then he has like a putting thing on the balcony.
On the balcony?
Yeah, that he'll play. But then there's like this little hole.
That
So
you can get
so
golf
the
balls
ball
through.
would fall. It fell a few times. The balls fell through the hole. So now he had to put like tape so the thing doesn't fall.
Wow.
But why is there even that space?
Yeah, it's a little spooky. I mean, a lot of balconies like that, especially in the
I'm
early
talking
2000s.
about it, and my feet are getting sweaty. Like I'm getting like scared.
Too much. What, Bosco?
They call balconies in Florida
What do they call balconies in Florida?
lanais.
What's that?
Lanais. What does that mean?
Lanais.
A lanai, he said.
Yeah, that's what they call them in Boca. Like if you go to Boca.
Why are they called that?
I feel like these pants make me look like I have a penis.
Yeah, you got a nice one. Why do they call it that?
They call it a lanai because it's a closed outdoor balcony. A balcony is open, and a lanai is closed.
What's the Jewish one that you guys have?
That's
Sukkot? The ones that
No.
are covered in.
in October. That's
See,
for
that's how everybody know. Ted,
What's
a
it called?
A sukkah?
Sukkah.
That's not a balcony. That's a tent.
10.
Yeah, but it's a balcony formed.
I bet you Mario could out-Jew you.
No, he cannot.
We
this
should
guy.
play that
he
game.
Loves, this guy, he loves potato pancakes. That's the only thing he's got.
You're not even in the film.
an Italian guy.
Listen to me. Listen to
Is
me.
it
Come
over?
sneak
Did
in.
it?
No, we're sneaking in.
I could do an out-Jew. Let's do a test. I'll ask Jewish things. Let's see if Mario wins. Okay?
Let's go.
Go. I will come up with Jewish questions. Okay. But should I do easy ones? No.
Yes, do easy Jewish
No,
questions.
Go with it.
Okay.
And also, why are you standing over there?
Oh.
You have to be in
What are
it.
you standing over there?
Yeah.
I don't want to take you guys. time.
No, because I want.
We've already
you
been
guys
going.
to be-
Keep
I want
going.
to be like the host, like the.
All right, so
All right.
remember,
Go
I
ahead.
come from
What?
Ocean Parkway, and I
Yeah, but you're Italian.
don't make it.
What is a shofar?
It's a ram's horn. Ding, ding, ding. I win.
You have to.
Okay. It's a ram's horn. 1-0 T. Jones.
Okay, T. Jones.
Okay. What is what? Okay, what holiday do you dress up?
Purim.
Keep-
Purim.
Fuck!
That's one up. That's one up.
1-0. What? Let's do 3 out of 5. So 3 more or 4 more questions.
What holiday do you dip the apple in the honey?
Oh, that's
Passover.
Passover.
I did it first. I hit the thing.
I
hit
went
the-
like-
No, but I did it first.
Apple in the honey is Passover.
No, that's matzah. Apple and the honey is
Sweet New Year. Yom Kippur.
Yom Kippur.
Rosh Hashanah. Ding, ding, ding. Rosh Hashanah.
That is
Yeah,
so
son.
effed up.
What?
That it took you that long.
Whatever. I still got it. I'm winning.
Okay.
What does it mean you're winning?
I'm up 2-1.
2-1.
Okay.
What is it? What do you have to get to?
We're doing 3 out of 5, right?
Okay.
To 3.
What are the name of the 3 fathers?
The 3
Yeah,
fathers.
in
Who's
the Bible, like the
Moses,
forefathers.
right? Moses.
He didn't even ring his buzzer.
Okay, you got there's
Moses.
3, it's 3 names. 3 names.
Is Moses?
Can I steal it from him? or-
Yeah, go.
Yeah.
Moses, Abraham, and Isaac.
Yeah, is it? I
Is
think
that
so.
what you think?
Yeah. The
Moses, Abraham, and Isaac.
10 Commandments. Yes, that's right. I would say yes.
Did I win?
No, you're missing one. You're wrong.
You said it was 3.
3. Moses.
Moses isn't one.
Moses isn't one.
No.
So Isaac, right? Abraham, and it's the 3rd one. I watched the movie like 10,000 times, and I don't
It's
remember.
not a movie.
It's part of the 10 Commandments.
This is why you have to go back to Hebrew school.
Are you talking to Mario or me?
You.
You.
Mario would win everything. with
Okay.
Christianity.
Okay. What is something you
Wait,
eat?
you say you haven't gotten the
So
thing.
easy.
Abraham, Joshua, and Isaac.
Abraham,
Yes.
Isaac,
Yeah.
and
Joshua. God.
almost.
Jesus.
Almost. It's with the J.
It's with a J. James.
James, yeah, James
James.
the third. Wait,
No, it's
Abraham,
Careful.
Isaac, and
Judah.
no Judah.
Yehuda is one of
Judah.
John.
Judah.
is one of his sons. Yehuda is one of the guys. No, actually,
Judah is the one that
Okay.
sold Jesus.
Isaac
Abraham. Do you
had
know?
a son
Isaac had a son
named
who was
Julio.
Joanna.
Joanna man.
Not Joanna.
Guys,
It's-
come on.
I know it's in the 10.
Can I give it away?
Ye-
Give it away. It was in the 10 Commandments. Yes, Isaac had a
I'll
son.
say it in Hebrew. Maybe you could get it right in English. Yaakov.
Yeah,
Jacob.
Jacob.
Yes.
Okay. So do I win?
Yes.
I told you I was more
Yes, I
Jewish than
remember
Bosco.
Yes.
Guys.
That is
Yeah,
correct.
They remember that. That is
I
correct.
remember that in the movie. I don't
Okay.
remember.
What movie is he
Okay.
talking about?
Okay. I don't know.
Passion of the Christ?
But
Okay,
I have
let's see.
another one.
I got one.
Okay. No.
What-
Who's Abraham's wife's name?
Oh,
Elizabeth or something.
no.
Elijah? No, that's Elijah.
No.
Who's Abraham's wife?
Abraham?
Esther. Duh. Right? Is that right?
Lie.
Is that right?
No.
Abraham's wife?
No, Abraham's wife.
Who's Abraham's wife then, Bosco?
I
Said
don't-
his hand now.
Guys.
What?
What is it?
Abraham and
Elijah.
it's one of my sister's names.
Esther.
Rena.
Sarah.
Sarah. Yep, that's right.
I love how he goes, yep, that's right.
Fucking Bosco, dude.
Okay.
All right, guys.
Okay, wait.
We got a show to do.
Wait, who is Isaac's wife's name? You're not gonna get it. I won't. Now I'll pivot. I'll give you a very easy one.
Evie.
A very easy one. Okay. What do we eat on Passover? What
Matzah.
don't we eat on Passover?
Leavened bread.
Yeah, you
and
can't eat
why?
bread.
Why?
Because we didn't have time to go run away from the Egyptians.
So it didn't have time.
To leaven.
Moses' mother put him in the river
Moses.
in
Moses.
a basket. This I all know from the Prince of Egypt Disney. Very good movie. Anyway, also my second
Watch
grade
the 10
teacher.
Commandments.
So they put him in the river. Oh, and you know that so Pharaoh, the wife, the mom, Pharaoh's wife, found Moses, took her in as like a
Yeah,
baby.
he was in it like in the water.
And
He
then
was in the
in the
little-
water.
in the water.
and the mother. So they used to have wet nurse. Wait, guys, they used to have.
in the
I'm
water,
like,
you
guys,
see?
they used to have a wet nurse, right? And
What does that mean? Super horny?
yeah,
No, she was the nurse.
horny
wet.
nurse.
No.
No, so they have like nurses.
box.
They took because if the mom doesn't want to wake up and breastfeed the son, they have like someone who is like pregnant,
Tea
like
out.
yeah, like
Ready to go.
it will be my boob that it breastfeeds.
Prove it.
So I don't know.
Do you know the
so
story?
so you know who's Moses' mom became the wet nurse for him.
Yeah. There's a cartoon
People.
version of this called
There's-
Prince of
I
Egypt.
know.
That was very good.
There's Mark Anthony, not the singer Mark Anthony.
Oh.
Mark Anthony, you don't have no knowledge of anything, right?
Bro, I just beat you in the Jewish contest.
You
Okay,
beat
why don't you
me.
keep it to
No,
yourself?
you
Yes, I
beat
did.
me.
I did. I beat him
I told you,
4-1.
I just told you the
I beat him
story.
4-1.
Yeah, right.
You just told the story. You said the guy went down the river. She just said the story went down the river. I beat you 4-1 in the Jewish contest.
Okay. I'm gonna ask you this question.
Yeah.
I know you don't have.
He's
one
gonna
in
say,
that.
what band in the 40s was playing? Ooh, ah, ooh, ah.
Catholic. Ask us a Catholic.
No, what?
Yeah, let's see if he wins that.
Oh.
No, he just doesn't know anything.
He doesn't know
his
anything.
mother's side. He doesn't know his
His
father's
Yes, I know
Father's
both.
Okay.
Agnostic.
I'm
Agnostic.
25% Italian.
Listen to me.
Okay, go.
What is the something that you put on the side of your door that you have?
This
not
is
Mezuzah.
fucking easy. Obviously, I knew that.
Oh, sorry.
And it's not. That's not even how you say
I'm
it.
mixing him. It's a
And it's a mezuzah.
Mezuzah.
It's a mezuzah. You say
That
mezuzah.
was a good question.
I know
Yes,
it.
he don't have one on his door. How shameful!
I have one on the inside.
You're supposed to have it
I have a
inside
very
and
good
a,
story. Should I tell you
Yeah.
about my
We
mezuzah?
might have lost a lot of people here.
No, I think actually it's very entertaining.
Go ahead.
So now I'm sitting there. It's after October 7th. I'm sitting there. No, I went out. Every Jew at this point is like, everybody wants us to die. Like, we're just worried all the time. And then, so I was drinking. I come home and I take my mezuzah. Sometimes I don't drink. I take my mezuzah from my door and I take it off because I'm like, I don't want people to know I'm Jewish and then I'm
Really?
going to die. So I take it off my door and then I like put it somewhere on the, like, I didn't know where it was. The next day, I wake up, my mezuzah's gone. I forgot that I had this like panic attack of like, I'm taking my mezuzah off my
Yeah.
door. So then I'm like, there's been a hate crime. Somebody has stole my mezuzah.
And then he wrote on Reddit. Well, guys.
You know, I gotta say one thing.
Yeah.
I love this convo because we're going into the times of Passover and
Passovers.
Easter, and it's all about the Ten Commandments and the celebration of life. Because, you know, we think we have it hard sometimes, but you do take the story of Moses, a boy that grew up that was not wanted, and he ended up changing the world, and he parted the sea.
He
And
parted the sea
he parted the sea.
for the
He-
black Jews.
Yep,
Because
he
they
did.
couldn't swim.
He didn't. But I do want to wish you a happy Passover if you know
Aw.
what it means.
Thank you both. I celebrate it.
What is one of your favorite, don't answer it, favorite musicals that has to be related to?
Joseph and the Technicolor Dreamcoats.
No, wrong.
Wait, related to what?
Being Jewish.
The Book of Mormon. Oh, being Jewish.
Yeah.
My favorite musical?
Oh, I know. Come on,
being
can I say it?
Jewish?
It's the one time I know.
You
Like
haven't-
on Broadway?
Fiddler on the Roof.
Yeah.
But I never saw
Oh.
it.
That's my favorite
kid loves
musical.
Fiddler.
He just is now trying to make up for the
No,
fact
I'm
that you said
serious.
that
Like
the
it.
Jews
We'll
killed
take it.
Jesus.
Listen,
We cut
what
the
about-
Jews
out.
did not kill Jesus.
We're
Yes,
cutting
he
this part
did.
out.
Not
The Jews did-
Judas. Not the Jews.
I-
Judas.
Judas is a Jew, so was Jesus.
Judas sold Jesus for 15 pieces of silver. My hand
I
on
think
the
it's a
Bible.
good deal.
All right, guys. We're about to run out of battery. Before we get out of
It
here,
was
guys,
silver.
Bosco, thanks for coming on the end of this podcast. If you guys did
Shabbat
like the
shalom,
beginning of
happy
this
Passover.
podcast, because Olga was very late, let us know. But we had 3 different iterations of this podcast. With
Also,
myself, with Olga, and then with Bosco coming
If
in
you
at the
are
end.
going to celebrate Passover and you don't want to be cheap, bring me some potato latkes, please. Don't forget the mustard, the honey, and
Mustard?
Yes, I like it with
The
mustard.
honey,
Honey, for
applesauce.
sauces, and the
But we
sour
don't. You know,
cream.
potato latkes is not a Passover food.
Well,
that is.
Yeah, it
you
is.
would.
It's Hanukkah.
Hanukkah, right, sure.
Gosh, they know nothing.
Thanks so much for tuning in, guys. We'll see you next time.
Ciao, ciao.